The 2022 World Cup officially kicked off on November 21st. As a major sporting event held every 4 years, the World Cup attracts countless people from all over the world. As I'm sure you all know, this World Cup is held in Qatar, and you may also know this is the very first World Cup to be held in a Middle Eastern country. But here are some things you may not be aware of. In order to host this World Cup well, Qatar spent huge sums of money building 7 world-class stadiums. Did you know that the Lusail Stadium, the largest one, with a capacity of 80,000 spectators, was designed and built by China Railway Construction International Group? On top of this, there are also a number of Chinese companies behind many projects of this World Cup in Qatar. For example, China Power Construction undertook the construction of Qatar's first 800 megawatt large-scale ground-mounted photovoltaic power station, helping Qatar realize its promise of the first carbon-neutral World Cup. The cutting-edge energy-saving irrigation technology used in the stadium lawn is provided by Ningxia University. The construction of a total of 12,000 mobile homes for this World Cup was provided by 6 Chinese companies, as well as new energy buses made in China, which became the shuttle buses for teams, fans and staff to get to and from the stadium. From large infrastructure to small commodities, made in China has become a highlight of this World Cup. According to the EU Sports Goods Association, from the participating countries' flags for the top 32 teams to the trumpets and whistles for cheering fans, from footballs to jerseys and scarves to the World Cup decorations, EU manufacturing accounted for almost 70% of the market share of all the items to be used in Qatar. In addition, sponsors from China also appeared in this World Cup in Qatar. 4 of these World Cup sponsors are from China. They are Wanda Group, Vivo, Hisense and Mengniu, ranking first in the world with nearly $1.4 billion, surpassing the $1.1 billion spent by US companies. This demonstrates not only the strong financial resources of Chinese companies, but it also signifies the influence behind this World Cup is particularly valued by Chinese companies. Over the past 4 years, China's participation in the World Cup has become wider and deeper. Through the World Cup, the international community has learned the advantages of Chinese manufacturing and Chinese technology. It's foreseeable that China will play an increasingly important role on the stage of the World Cup in the United States, Canada and Mexico in 4 years, just as China will play an increasingly important role on the world stage this year. And so I pose a question to you. Apart from what I've just mentioned, have you found any other Chinese elements hidden in the World Cup?